What's up, Dice Crew? I'm gonna dive straight into the topic. Now we had ODM Slim hosting the live with Rich Trapper and Compton Rick Rock, and I really ain't got too much to respond to like ODM Slim or the Compton Rick Rock because Compton Rick Rock reached out to me. Shout out to him. He definitely gave me some pointers and whatnot. We tied in certain ways, and he might not know all ties and all that stuff like that, but we gonna start communicating a little bit more. Shout out to him though, and with ODM Slim, the whole conversation that really brought up about me had got brought up about me because somebody in the live chat had asked him why he didn't pull up on me. ODM Slim had said that he was in at work, and I really didn't know that he even be, working or whatever. He said he'd be in the trenches every day. So, me coming from the streets is like when you say you in the trenches or you in the streets every day, that's like, you out. You making a living in the streets for the most part. You like in the words of 2 Chainz, you running around and you getting it, I didn't know he was like his day consisted of going to work like a normal guy, then getting on the internet. You know what I mean? I didn't know. He was saying he in the trenches. He said I'm from Las Vegas or something, and I'm from Texas. So, you know what I mean? I was like, well, if you in the trenches and you in the streets every day, and I'm in Vegas and I'm in Texas, then let's just see who's closer to the trenches or whatever. But that ain't really the topic. You know what I'm saying? I really want to respond to Rich Trapper because he has certain things to say about me. So I'm gonna kind of like just break certain things down and explain to him and try to educate him, right? But Rich Trapper said I'm not relevant in YouTube. He said that I don't make a lot of money on YouTube. He said I'm poverty. And he said it's F me and he don't like me because I'm a demon time exotic sympathizer. You know what I'm saying? Now, first off, I'm gonna say shout out to Money, for always extending some love and giving me the opportunity to get pulled up on his platform and his panels and stuff like that. Shout out to Marathon Kev and everybody that be tuning in. The other day we was on that panel. Poetic Flacco came in there and gave us some real game. You know what I'm saying? Poetic Flacco was definitely a big figure in this YouTube universe. So maybe he just hating because a person like Money, is showing love to certain fellow YouTubers and not being stingy about nothing and putting people in the right places at the end of the day. So shout out to Money. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. And if y'all don't know who Money is, he be him and Rich Trapper had like a back and forth and stuff like that. Whatever the case may be. I'm sure y'all probably caught it or whatever. But I want to say this, right? Like Rich Trapper, one of the things that Money from Demon Time Exotic had pointed out to us and shed light on, it was already out there. But he just, pretty much shed more light on it was you are like a 6'0" or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's, I don't know if you was trying to be a 60 from Los Angeles. I don't know if you was a 60 from Georgia. They were saying how you live in Atlanta and stuff like that. I don't know. But you got pictures where you throwing up the N and you throwing up 6 fingers. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what happened. It's a lot of rumors floating around, but I never say anything about you or disrespect you in no type of way. I don't even though I associate myself with Money in them, I don't necessarily disrespect you or, when Money and other people go on you, I don't just bandwagon their campaigns against you. Me and Money association has nothing to do with you or no way. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth in the matter. So, I don't know why you feel so strong, about me. But who knows? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you looking for attention. Maybe you probably just want everybody on the YouTube to just hate you. And then at the end of the day, you know, if everybody hates you or something like that, it still is beneficial to you in some type of way. So maybe that's one of your games or something. I don't know who you are personally. So I don't know if you just playing games on the internet or you are how you are. You know what I'm saying? But you also don't know me. You know? But I'm gonna get to that second. Let me stick to this first thing with money, right? Like, for you to use the word sympathizer and say I'm a sympathizer to money, it's kind of strange to me because for you to come from a background of being like a 60 or something like that, you kind of came out the gate. You know, when I started catching up with you on the internet, you was like a sympathizer to Munchie B. You know what I'm saying? Like you was always defending Munchie B, like in any situation, right? Which is cool. You entitled to your your opinion. Maybe that's how you feel, whatever. But Munchie B is from Inglewood families. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who from the land, you know what's the difference between, you know, the 60s and Inglewood families. And this is not to try to instigate nothing. This is not trying to, you know, shout out to Munchie, the 60s, the Inglewood families. This is nothing like, you know, I ain't trying to put nobody against each other or nothing like this, but I'm going to just speak facts. So for you to come from a gang background, right, you really was sympathizing with an Inglewood family, right? So how can you sit up in here and say that you got a big problem with me because I'm so-called sympathizing with a person on business, on content, on the internet, when you are sympathizing with a person who's definitely, you know, have been anti where you come from in their life once upon a time. I'm not gonna say that's what type of time Munchie is on today, but that's what he was on before at whatever in life, you know what I'm saying? But you came out the gate sympathizing with that. To me, that would be way more like serious of like cause for being like, you know, being able to be called out on sympathizing. You know what I'm saying? For you to be so offended behind somebody that's just doing content and business. Now, you know, I'm a fan of 50 Cent, so I do get it all. Like, maybe you are anti because I'm associated with somebody you have a problem with. But I feel like you would have been more mindful and more mature to understand, like, you know what? Dude be over there interacting, but he don't really jump on no bandwagon and make fun of me or nothing like that, right? But second is, you keep talking about my poverty and this, that, and the third. You don't know me, Rich Trapper. You know what I'm saying? That's just like your name is Rich Trapper. I have not seen nothing on the internet that speaks in the form of being rich. I don't know, maybe you talking about rich in like spirit or whatever. You might be rich in something else, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be, you know, you might be rich, whatever. But I have not seen you on the internet with nothing that makes you look rich. But maybe you are. I don't know you. You know? You talking about you a rich trapper. I have not seen you somewhere, you know, with a scale. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen you in no trap house. I haven't seen you trapping. But hey, that's what you call yourself. But for you to say I'm poverty and such, and you don't know me, and you basing that off of some YouTube channel, and what I make a month or a year or something like that, you were saying, it's like, how do you know that I don't have a job or 2 jobs? How you don't know if I have a how do you know if I don't have like a business or 2 businesses? How do you not know if I like have a percentage in something? You know, how do you not know if like I inherited inheritance? You know, y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? Like say if I, you know, like somebody passed away and left me some money or something like that. How do you not know that? How do you not know if I like won the lottery or something like that? How do you know? It's just like you solely really just judging the person just upon how they carry themselves on the internet, which is bad for business. You know, we taught at a young age, don't judge a book by its cover. I ain't saying it ain't times where you can't, you know, make a judge off of face value, but at the end of the day, for you to be so strong with your approach about me and you don't know me and don't know nothing about me, that's kind of strange to me. And you were talking about how my platform is small and I'm not relevant. But you had a couple things to say about me when you could have just let ODM Slim say what he had to say, let Compton Rick Rock say what he say, especially when the whole situation is based upon something that, Compton Rick Rock, ODM Slim, and myself indulged in pertaining to a certain topic on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Me and Compton Rick Rock is directly involved in those situations. ODM Slim, he's a little further out of the situation. However, you know what I'm saying? But you could have let them have that conversation about it, and you could have just not said nothing about me. If I'm so irrelevant, but you went to pulling up my numbers and, subscribers and everything under the sun. And, you talking about I started my channel in 2021. But listen, to even comment on people in YouTube, you gotta start a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? And also, just because I started my platform, that don't necessarily mean that I took it serious and I start being consistent with my platform. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you see rappers doing interviews all the time, it's like they say, how long you been rapping? Since the kid, junior high, forever. How long you been taking it serious? 16 months, 2 years, just this year. So that's the difference. Like if you're gonna do your due diligence, really do it, and then opinionate so at least it can carry more value. Like okay, he been consistent and he been trying to be on this and that from sincere. So that's what it made more sense. Cause when I first jumped on this YouTube stuff, I got on here saying just anything pertaining to positivity. You know what I'm saying? I got on here talking about just so much positivity and it wouldn't get me nowhere. So I'm like, you know what? I got to figure out another lane. You know what I'm saying? And some of this stuff is like I'm giving game and educating to Rich Trapper, but I'm also explaining this to other people too, because y'all the audience and y'all tuning in, so I'm explaining things to y'all too. It's not like I'm just explaining some of this stuff to Rich Trapper or whatever, right? But so I found out like drama moves and positivity lose. I learned that. So I done jumped in here, took it serious at this moment, stopped, went to do this, went to do that, double back, do that, double back. So I started trying different things and stuff like that. I want to say, right now, I might have been going consistent with this stuff probably for the best part, probably for a year now. I ain't sure. I got to look at some videos. Y'all can go down there and scroll, and y'all can see the gaps and stuff like that and when I started being consistent about it, But all I was able to do was I was, when that pandemic hit, YouTube became important to people, or something that was just people was tuning in. So I was tuning in with the Milk 74s and the Hassan Campbell's, the Hoodie Hood, you know what I'm saying? I was seeing all that. I'm like, dang, these people are just getting on here, opinionating, speaking on certain things. It's I could kind of do that same thing. Bandman Kevo, him too. And I'm like, let me just try it, man. I always pretty much wanted to put myself in some type of level of entertainment space. You know what I'm saying? And I took that for what it was, and that's just what happened, right? But I don't understand why you got so much of a problem with me. Maybe you explained it. Maybe that is just enough, because I be associated with money. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. But I don't get on here and engage with certain things that will blow my channel up. If I got on here and being disrespectful towards people, indulge with content beefs and drama and stuff like that, then I can definitely move my channel up. But that's not what I'm trying to do. See, however you come in the gate, you gotta maintain that. If you play the cornball role, the goofy, the disrespectful, whatever role you play, how you gain the subscribers and all that, you gotta maintain that, or people ain't gonna continue to tune in. So a lot of people gonna play them, do what they do, and they gonna get here. But then when they stop, it's gonna start like this. Me myself, I'ma just go like this. You know, a slow rise, and I'ma be authentic about it. So that way I'm gonna have a real core audience of people, you know, engaging with me for what I stand for. Me, I carry myself with a lot of integrity and honor, man. I don't know if you do, but based upon what you show on the internet, you kind of don't. And this is not me trying to like put no fuel on the fire that y'all put out. We know you, Rich Trapper and Compton Rick Rock work their situation out. But I have to keep it a Benji at hand. You know, he disrespected you totally. He made fun of your car, he made fun of your kids, their wardrobe, talked bad about you. He did everything under the sun. So if you willing to let a person disrespect your kids and everything you stand for just so you can blow up in this YouTube space, then that's your formula. But it's not mine. I don't want to build my platform off of people disrespecting me or I'm disrespecting them just so we could turn around and do content with each other. Now, some of these situations is legit and it do come to a solution. I'm never against people having a misunderstanding and seeking a solution. I'm not against that. But a lot of your get down is like, you know, it's big on disrespect and it's you know, like I said, you know, Rick Rock got at you very foul. And all you did was want to be on the live stream with him. And if you tuned in on that, you can see that like Rick Rock and ODM Slim was like, you know, doing a lot of elbows your way, you know, a lot of, you know, over talking you and stuff like that, because you wanted to do like, you know, the immature thing. They was more trying to do the mature thing, you know what I'm saying? You was more on the immature side of things. And you couldn't read the room, which is crazy. Now you very controversial. So you're gonna have a good moment in this space. You know, not knocking that from you. Have no problem with your succeeding. However you do it, that's you. But you know, you got kids. And this is just some real advice for you. You ain't gotta take it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But when your kids get older one day, or I don't even know how old all of them are, but just, you know, if they scroll or they stumble across one of your videos one day, I mean, do you want like your daughters, I don't know if you got daughters, but do you want your daughters to like associate or take to a guy who gets on the internet and talks so much profanity and so foul towards other guys? That's uncalled for. Because you know it's not really honorable. You know, if you have sons, do you want them to think that it's cool to be like a cell soldier, a dog barking behind the gate, and then don't have no action when the gate is released? Do you want your kids, your sons, to be them type of people? Because, you know, as a man, you should only disrespect a man in front of their face. You should only disrespect a man if you giving them action to respond in the right form. You know, disrespecting a man behind their back don't carry no weight. Disrespecting a person on the internet or miles away or whatever, that don't carry no weight. That's just truth in the matter. But if this is your legacy, if this is what you want to leave out here, you know, for people to learn you, to remember you as, to, you know you as that type of person, then hey, that's for you. You know, all flowers to you. You know what I'm saying? Do it how you do it. Carry yourself how you do. But I ain't gonna say nothing more. I think I pretty much covered it all I had to say. You know, if you want to keep taking the disrespectful approach, go ahead. One day you probably gonna run across a consequence. I'm not saying it gotta be me. It could be anybody. It is what it is. But you know, we all on here, not all of us, but it's a percentage of us on here that is trying to educate and really lead by example and show the next generation how to carry themselves, you know? If that's what you teaching the young people, you know, to look up to you and be that type of person and stuff like that, then man, you definitely bad for the community on this internet space. You know, just because you got notoriety, that don't mean you known for something good. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth in the matter, man. You know, you could be known by everybody. That don't mean you known for something good. You know, that don't mean people respect you. You know, People is trying to grow their platforms and their channels, so they will align themselves with anybody who's having motion. Anything that comes with controversy, you know, that's gonna give them the clicks, the views, the revenue. And hey, if that's what people want to do, it makes sense. I get it. But that's all I had to really say about it, man. Hopefully Rich Trapper and others was able to learn from this. Shout out to the Dice crew. And y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment, man. I dive in with y'all and hop in there and, you know, keep it a Benji with y'all like I always do. But y'all keep it a Benji for me too. And see y'all in the next video, man. I'm out.